That's a gunshot in Jamaica. It's a bop bop.
Oh, that's your reggae gunshot.
Yeah, it's my regular. Bop 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 bop. Didn't they have something called a bop gun? Wasn't there? Is that a thing like salt rock? You don't want to shoot someone with a bullet. You shoot them with salt rock.
I know farmers shoot people with salt rock.
Yeah,
or at least
I got shot with it.
That's the wives' tale. You did?
Well,
were you like picking mushrooms in a farm or something?
Well, kind of. We were cow tipping. I had
Can
friends
you really tip cows? Is that a real thing?
It's a real thing. You got to first of all do it at night while they're sleeping because they're going to get pissed, and you have to run at them like a football player and throw your shoulder into them. You don't just tip them by pushing them over.
So you knock them over and can they get back up easy?
No, that's why people frown on it.
Oh, that's a real dick move.
Yeah, you're hurting them.
Fucking Republicans, man. They even fucking abuse the cattle.
Hell yeah, cow tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
some real country shit right there.
Here's a guy that doesn't cow tip. Yeah, that is for a family from Brooklyn. Here's a guy that doesn't cow tip. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. This guy. So we're going back to this debate a little bit. So as Warren is ascending, and you feel that Biden is falling. And by the way, we're back from the break. Ruthless Politics, episode 5. That's number 5 if you don't know Spanish. Bernie Sanders is complaining. And then we're going to get to that $15 an hour thing that also is hurting him. So Bernie's falling a little bit in the polls as well. He's starting to complain that he's not getting the fair coverage. MSNBC has said some nasty things about him. One of their commentators said that he makes my skin crawl, which probably is anti-Semitic, but who knows. Bernie Sanders, man, what's going on here? He's not. They did this to him with Hillary Clinton too, if you remember. Like the DNC.
My God, they did this to him. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Bernie Sanders is a bad loser.
Yeah,
a bad
Tell me
loser.
Why.
Look, Bernie, if you're going to go all the way to the left and you're going to promise the world, you can get a lot of supporters. And if you remember, I said in the first podcast that we did, see, Bernie's good for the left to have because he's a figurehead. He has all of the far left positions staked out, and we need that person in the party. But obviously, that person can't be president because we can't afford every left wing thing in the world that he's proposing, right? So that naturally takes him out of the race. But it gets him far. So he has all these far left wing ideas that gets him a lot of followers, gets him deep into the race, but then when it becomes crunch time, he ends up losing to somebody like Hillary or a more traditional candidate, and then he goes into the, oh my God, I've been wronged, everybody needs my left-wing policies, I want to save the world, and they just won't fucking let me, and you guys need to fucking help me, and it's like, shut the fuck up, Bernie.
But
you staked out this position to get this popular, know where you are in the party, know your role in the party, and bow out like a man so that we can beat this guy, because do you think Trump is going to give him an easy run? Because running against Trump is going to be the worst thing that ever happened to Bernie. I mean, he's going to be fighting on every angle. I mean, Trump's going to roll Bernie.
I will say, some people thought that Bernie would have given Trump a better shot than Hillary. That you
maybe
might
back in the day, but not
right.
Trump at
it's
full strength Bernie. Now. Full strength
Absolutely.
Trump.
I got to give you that. He's got 4 years under his belt.
Trump wishes for a Bernie. Trump would love a fucking Bernie. They would make Bernie look like a fucking idiot.
Well, so Bernie
and Biden will be jet fuel for Trump.
Perhaps. I agree. And even, listen, if he goes against Warren, he can't talk Pocahontas every fucking moment, so it'll
and he
run
can't
its
go
course.
against any male who he is more energetic than. And say what you want. We just talked about this. Trump is energetic at his age. So if you put up a Bernie that's like ancient, and if you put up a Biden that like doesn't even know where he is,
stumbling around,
like give me a fucking break, dude. Trump's going to trounce them.
I will say this. I would love to play high-stakes poker with Robert Mueller and Joe Biden anytime. Can somebody get me into a fucking poker game with these two?
How's that? What do you mean? They get up and go to the bathroom every 5 minutes?
No, they're going to lose every fucking hand. They don't know what's going on.
I mean, give me a break, dude. These guys drinking for fucking dinner.
Oh, by the way, listen, and if they're drinking, even better. But if anybody can arrange a poker game with Robert Mueller and Joe Biden, I'd love to play in it.
Dude, if Robert Mueller, Joe Biden, or even Bernie Sanders were in your family, you would be plotting to take their car keys from them. You would be talking as a family like, should we put these guys in a home? Like, do they need a nurse? Should we take their driver's license? But now we're all talking like they should be president. Hell no, you're too old to be president.
So Bernie Sanders, another thing that hurt him, and here comes the hypocrisy alert. If we had a red siren, it'd be going off over my head right now. So for hypocrisy of politicians telling you the way things should be and that they don't necessarily abide by them, Bernie Sanders decided everyone should have $15 an hour, which, by the way, it did pass. It may not pass through the Senate, but it's definitely gone far.
Don't people deserve $15 an hour, though, just real quick? Don't they? Don't they? In America, the richest country in the world, $15 measly an hour.
I'm going to give you this. I do believe everybody should get more pay than they're getting. We'd have a happier society. We'd have less crime. Things would be better. So everyone at the top should come a little down. We should do that. I don't like that you want to reward like fast food over other people that probably are more deserving of this.
I don't know about that, but what I am for is billionaires need to be taxed at like a 50% clip. I'm not saying go over 60, 70 like they used to do in the old days, but it's the end of the monopoly game. Too much money is up top. If you don't want to break apart the big corporations, which the government seems too scared to do, then at least you have to tax those billionaires at a 50% clip so that that money comes back into the government and we can get schools and we can get hospitals and we can get roads and infrastructure and all the things we need.
Well, at the end of the day, these people never have our interest in mind because, like you just said, infrastructure. Trump campaigned on infrastructure. Not a fucking thing's been done. Democrats said,
but he spent his whole career in infrastructure. But somehow, when he gets into government and he has all the power and money in the world, infrastructure is tough.
No. Listen, nobody's giving.
He's
this
a builder.
guy anything.
Put a builder in. They said,
Bob
builds
the
fucking
builder.
nothing.
Yeah. Listen, it's a problem. He didn't lock her up. There's no new wall. All wall, they say, and this could be a lie.
Trump is an ineffective leader.
We didn't get enough. We're not getting enough wall. How's that?
But he's an ineffective leader, dude. You haven't got anything that he promised you.
All leaders are a little
you know what you did
ineffective
get?
because
You know what you
they're
did get? You got what you really signed up for. You got the fucking show. Reality TV smashed with politics. Now you can watch CNN 24 hours a day. Get 24 hours a day reality TV at CNN or Fox. This is what everybody wanted. It's the perfect smash together, and I don't know if we're ever going to be able to tear them apart.
Orange man bad. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. What we did get is, yes, it's very entertaining. And if you guys want, you could put The Rock or Oprah in and make it entertaining as well, or Ellen Degeneres.
Absolutely not.
You guys can
Ellen,
do the same
maybe.
thing.
Ellen's a national treasure.
You love Ellen. He loves Ellen Degeneres. This guy actually made me sit down and watch like a 1987 Comedy Store Ellen Degeneres bootleg that he paid $1,000 for. It's fucking great comedy.
That's not true, but I wish it was because that'd be a great story.
I remember her when she had longer hair and like you knew she was gay, but she wasn't out of the closet. But she wore the mom jeans and like the mom shirt.
She was a funny comedian back then. She wasn't not funny because I don't always think
observation.
Look, people are gonna hate me for this, but I don't always think that girl comedians are that funny. Some are very funny, but not all of them. Yeah, 5%. Not all of them. But she was one.
She absolutely was, and I will give you that. I always felt that, and I'm even harsher than you. I think women comics notoriously are not funny. Some, in a rare instance, are, but yes, I'm a dick. Sorry,
in my personal hell, there's 2 TV channels, and one is women comedians, and the other one is the WNBA.
Wow.
And I say that as a liberal.
Yes.
A proud liberal.
Listen, there's nothing more fun than watching layup after layup after
the rim
layup.
Look, the WNBA got mad at me at Twitter over this one, but the rim needs to be 8 feet. They have a man's height size rim. They need to lower the rim to 8 feet so they can dunk and have oops, and it'd be like women's soccer. Everybody would be watching it. It would be hugely popular. But the fact is, and the WNBA says, they say, well, we would be making an adjustment for women, and it's like, hello, you already give them a smaller ball. You made the wrong adjustment. Give them a regular size ball with a shorter rim, and you'll have advertisers up to yin yang. Girls ooping on each other would be on SportsCenter every night.
That would be pretty fun. And then the one that rocks the rim, and the other one she's swinging in the girl's face.
Yeah,
then
dude,
it gets fun.
I like it already.
Then it's Mueller time. Crack open another Mueller when you need dementia and beer.
Oh my God,
folks!
Poor Mueller. Imagine being a war hero, and this is how you got to go out.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
The only thing
they should do like a rock video with him or something. They're gonna have to revive his image.
I got to tell you, the only thing he didn't do, thank God.
Maybe he could do like a Bruce Springsteen video or something.
Bruce Springsteen, get this guy in your next video.
Yeah, come on, Bruce. What the fuck?
America, you're pro-America. No, listen, he didn't have the shakes, thank God. I mean, he didn't have the hand thing or anything with the head or anything like that. Now, that's coming, sadly. I got news for everybody. But I got
just talking about it. It was cringeworthy. Like I want to cringe now just talking about his condition during this hearing and how irresponsible it was of our country to put him up like that. As a Democrat and the Democrats, like how did they not prepare for that? I can't. I'm sorry we've brought this show full circle again back to this, but how do we as a party of all of these people, all of these lawyers, all of these intelligent members of Congress not have their ducks in a row to know that this is what's going to happen?
I'm going to tell you why, and it's much like Epstein abused these 14-year-old girls. The sad fact is when you're going to use somebody for your own gain, it's almost sociopathic behavior. You don't give a fuck. Let me explain to you, seriously, none of those people give a fuck about Robert Mueller. Let me leave you on this note, folks. None of those people care about that guy. He definitely was revered when they could say, thank you for your service, thank you for coming to this thing. He did not want to be there at the end of the day. They fucked this guy for their own purpose. They wanted to traipse him up so that they can say and ask questions to get Trump. This was a means to an ends. What the hell is the term called?
What does it say about us as a nation, though? As us a nation, we will take a war hero and we will destroy him on public television for meaningless gains in a political debate. You know, I mean, let's be honest. The sides are already drawn. The Democrats have a good shot at taking Trump down in a myriad of ways, and Trump has a good shot of winning in a myriad of ways. And so it's a pretty fair fight right now. They didn't need to bring Mueller out, and seeing how he responded and seeing his condition, it just seems ludicrous. It seems un-American, and it seems part of what I'm worried about, which is the country just kind of playing into Putin's handbook. You know, we shouldn't be destroying war heroes. We should not be destroying our institutions, and we should be protecting these things and raising them to a higher standard. And I'm just kind of ashamed sometimes when I watch our Congress in these hearings and how these guys behave on both sides. It's just appalling.